6.5 Creedmoor versus 277 Fury. Which one will win on this episode of Ultimate Barrier Testing? Did the US military make the wrong choice by picking the 277 Fury? I honestly have no idea, but I wanted to compare the cartridge to the 6.5 Creedmoor because they could have just as easily picked the 6.5 Creedmoor. I will be using the brass variant of the 277 Fury because it's not putting out anywhere near the 80,000 PSI that the steel base version is. I would try the steel base version of the 277 Fury, but I'm pretty sure that it would blow apart the setup that I'm using, so I think I'll hold off on that forever. Well then, the 277 Fury, at least according to the chronograph, is blowing the socks off of the 6.5 Creedmoor. Let's see how this translates on the targets though. We are going to be starting off with a 6x6, wait no, 5.5 by 5, I don't know guys, I can never remember the nominal measurements for these pieces of pressure treated lumber, but anyway, we are going to be starting with a 6x6 piece of pressure treated lumber, followed by a 3/4 inch piece of plywood, and just like the last test, we are going to be using a 1/4 inch piece of mild steel. And speaking of the last test, this was from the last test, that setup is looking good. So the real question is, which cartridge do you want to start with? Wait, what do you mean the button didn't work? It did if you press the 6.5 Creedmoor. Two well-spaced shots if I do say so myself. Now let's check out the back. Okay, looking good. Those are extra tiny holes though. I mean, we would assume that they at least would go through the 6x6 piece of pressure treated lumber. Let's check out the 3/4 inch piece of plywood. Oh, it's almost welded in there. Let me see what I can do. Okay, I actually saw the back right here, and that is pretty freaking impressive performance. They both went through the 1/4 inch piece of mild steel. Forget about the 3/4 inch piece of plywood. They went through like butter. We'll see what the 277 Fury can do. Here we go. Check out that jacket that's all wadded up inside the 3/4 inch piece of plywood on both of those. That is super cool. Okay, this is gonna be tricky getting this in here. Give me a minute. Okay, I just hammered it in with the wing like this. That took a little bit of work. Okay, we are ready for that 277 Fury. Okay, two spaced out shots. Let's see what happened on the back. Oh my gosh, those opened up compared to the 6.5 Creedmoor. Those are massive holes. I don't know what's going on there. I guess the bullet might be expanding or something, but it really shouldn't. It's an FMJ. Let's check out the 3/4 inch piece of plywood. Those are some big holes on there too. Let's see what happened to the... Oh. Give me a minute. Okay, I got it out. Look at these bulges on the back. They definitely did not go through, as you can see, although they tore up the world on this 3/4 inch piece of plywood. Those are massive holes. Anyway, let's get this trash out of here to get ready for the next target. Okay, now no, we're not ready because we got to flip this thing around. Whoa. That is a heavy boy. We are good to go. Up next we got sand, but not just any sand. This sand is inside of an 8-inch thick box, and it's going to be followed by a 3/4 inch piece of plywood. If you've seen any of my other ultimate barrier testing videos, then you'll know that sand is one of the toughest barriers out there. So let's see what these cartridges can do. Good shot placement, extra tiny hole, but you know what we're gonna do. Turn it around and see what we get. If I can turn it around. Absolutely nothing on the back. Let's make sure nothing came out the bottom. I don't see anything. Guys, I told you sand was tough on bullets. All right, we should be all set up for the 277 Fury. There is our shot. About the same size hole as a 6.5 Creedmoor. Maybe a little bit cleaner though. Let's turn it around. Hopefully a little bit easier this time and see if nothing is on the back. Nothing on the bottom either that I can see, and nothing on the 3/4 inch piece of plywood. Oh, guys, this round's a draw, I guess. Let's get this sand trap out and ready for the next target. Man, this thing is heavy. And let's do the old flipperoo. Thank you for not destroying the piece of plywood. Saved a lot of money on this plywood, guys. Think we are almost ready for the next setup. We just got to add these wings. Meant to do the other one first. We are good to go now. Up next, we got 1.5 inches of solid concrete. Keep in mind, it's not reinforced concrete. It is just straight solid concrete, 1.5 inches thick. Let's see what the bullets can do to this one. Pretty tough target. Well, I guess they're all tough targets, but anyway, we are good to go. That Creedmoor did way more than I thought it would. Now let's check out the 3/4 inch piece of plywood. I see daylight, and it ripped right out the back. That is pretty impressive performance considering how low of a velocity and kinetic energy the 6.5 Creedmoor is producing, at least out of a 20-inch barrel. From what I could tell, that one dumped a little more energy if I had to guess. But anyway, the 3/4 inch piece of plywood, I can already tell it is split, and that went straight through. That is an impressive round on concrete. I mean, that is a clean hole. Well, guys, I don't know what to tell you. I guess that round is a draw as well. Pretty impressive performance out of both of those cartridges, though. Move aside, Unisled. It is time for Steel Sled 4.1. There we go. Next up, we have mild steel. This is one tough target. I would normally start with a 1/4 inch piece of mild steel, but the thing is, we all know that both cartridges would go straight through a 1/4 inch piece of mild steel. So what we're starting with is a 3/8 inch thick piece of mild steel. So let's get to it. I think we should be good, at least for the 6.5 Creedmoor. Miss Creedmoor, is it? Do you have any final words for us? Oh, you do? Oh, I can't tell them that. Oh, you just want everybody to like the video. Okay, well, you heard Miss Creedmoor's final wishes. Now get in there. Nicely done, Miss Creedmoor. Straight through 3/8 of an inch of mild steel, and that is a decently clean hole as well. On to the Fury. 277 Fury, that is. I guess we'll see, although I don't think it's a problem. Oh yeah, definitely not a problem. It went straight through the 3/8 inch piece of mild steel, and that is a nice clean hole. I don't know if it's cleaner than the 6.5 Creedmoor or not. It looks like it to me, but let me know what you guys think. We are moving straight on up in the world though, at least in terms of mild steel. Straight on up to a thick boy 1/2 inch piece of mild steel. This one should give both cartridges a run for their money, but let's see. Ooh, that's about as tight as I can get it. Through my scope, it looked like there was a ton of fragmentation, so I'm hoping my camera's all right. Oh, I'm kind of scared to look. Oh, thank you. Man, I was really worried that something got damaged. Now let's check out those results. I'm pretty sure it did, yeah, it definitely did not go through. That is a pretty decently deep hole considering the velocity, but I kind of guessed that it didn't go through because of those fragments. Will the Fury do any better? I have absolutely no idea, but there's only one way to find out. It did not do better than the 6.5 Creedmoor, or well, I guess I can't say that it didn't do better yet because we didn't measure them, but it did not go through the 1/2 inch mild steel plate just like the 6.5 Creedmoor, and guys, this looks like a close one, so I think you know what that means. It's time to grind. The moment of truth, and the 6.5 Creedmoor put up a pretty good show at 318 thousandths, but it just wasn't quite enough because the 277 Fury surprisingly penetrated 365 thousandths at its steepest point. Oh no. I think I'll let you guys decide which cartridge is better.